What's up guys, today we will be going over the new threat level shotgun from the new raid Scourge of the past and be comparing it to the EP shotgun. So this shotgun is also a rapid fire frame 100 RPM shotgun. Mine came with small bore, light mag, then also has trench barrel. Yes, the shotgun can roll trench barrel, not only on the curated roll but also on all the random roll versions of this gun. Then mine also came with Genesis. Breaking a combatant shield with this weapon fills its magazine from reserves, which isn't great on a kinetic weapon, but it's not too bad. Mine came with a handling masterwork. I also have a major spec on it, and that is my shader. We will also be comparing it to the EP shotgun, which is also rapid fire frame, 100 RPM with trench barrel, moving target, or threat detector. One thing to note is both my shotguns have a 10 handling masterwork, so for the most part all their stats are the same. The one real difference is threat detector can roll a random perk in its second slot. I'm not sure what all the perks are because the gun is classified in the database, but things like grave robber, moving target, Genesis, things like that. Quickly eyeballing the stats, all the stats are almost the exact same except for range. The EP shotgun has a little bit more range, but a little bit less stability, and that's really the only difference stat-wise between these two weapons. So let's go ahead and start breaking down these weapons. First, like usual, starting with the damage. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and take off major spec, that way there's nothing altering the damage of this weapon. That way it's a fair test. So like usual on the Ogre Titan Lost sector, go ahead and shoot him without trench barrel first. I hit 2649 with the threat level. Now with trench barrel on the threat level, I now hit 3972, which is quite a bit more. Now with EP shotgun, first without trench barrel once again, I hit 2523, which is normal. Now proccing trench barrel by getting a melee, I now hit 3783. So putting those numbers up on the screen, the base damage of the two weapons, EP is 2523, threat level is 2649, resulting in 5% more damage for the threat level because it is a kinetic weapon. And here are the trench barrel numbers. So once again, trench barrel is a 50%, same as usual, and you can look at the numbers there. So the reason threat level does 5% more damage is because it's a kinetic, and it does more damage versus things without shields, but then you can also say EP shotgun does more damage against shields, so there's a reason to use both still. There are still scenarios where one is better than the other. Threat level only does more damage because it's a kinetic, which also means it's not as good versus shields. This next part of the video, I'm going to show off that they have the exact same rate of fire. They both are 100 RPM full auto, so as you expect, they shoot at the same rate of fire. And I'm not going to show off the DPS numbers of these two weapons in this video because they are the same, except for that 5% difference. And I've already made a video breaking down all the DPS numbers of trench barrel since the nerf, so I'm going to go ahead and link that video in the description and in the comments if you want to see that. So the only real difference so far is that one is kinetic and one is energy. Well, the threat level also can get a mod, so you can put something like boss spec, minor spec, or even major spec on it. And for this video, I'm going to go ahead and put on major spec because that is what affects the Ogre on Titan Lost sector. So now with that mod on, go ahead and redo the numbers. Without trench barrel, I hit, once I finally get the shot off, I hit 2855. And now with trench barrel, I now hit 4281. So now looking at the numbers once again, threat level hits 4281 compared to EP shotgun's 3783, resulting in 13.2% more damage than the EP shotgun, which is quite a bit more. One other difference between these two shotguns is the threat level has a 7 mag and the EP shotgun has an 8 mag, which I don't think is that big of a deal because most of the time when you're shooting off the entire mag of a shotgun, you're either in a rally barricade or Luna faction rift, so it's really not that big of a deal having a one extra shot in the mag. Not to mention the threat level can also roll grave robber, which when you get a melee kill, it will refill ammo from the reserves back into your magazine, so that also helps with that one lower mag size. So outside of the fact that threat level can get a mod compared to EP shotgun not getting a mod, they're pretty much very similar shotguns. So now you just have more options of what to use. When you're using EP shotgun, you can use something like Go Figure, Midnight Coup, Bygones, Breakneck, whatever. And when you use threat level, you can use something like Trust, The Last Wish hand cannon, which I do not have a good one, so I don't have one on my character, or even the new 4-chain cannon, which we should be able to farm starting next week when Ada 1's frames change in her inventory. As you see, the collection one has Kill Clip Rampage with Drop Mag, which is an insanely good roll, and I'm hoping you can also get Dragonfly Rampage and Outlaw Rampage and stuff like that, and I'm really looking forward to farming this roll out all next week once we get our hand on the frame for this weapon. It's going to be a really good pair with the new threat level shotgun. So overall, the guns are very similar in almost every way. The main differences is one is kinetic, one is energy, meaning the energy one is better at breaking shields, while the kinetic one does more damage versus things that aren't shielded by 5%. Then on top of that, the threat level can get a mod slot, which means you can use things like minor spec, major spec, or boss spec in PvE to get 7.8% more damage, or even any of the other mods. Now, if you were trying to say which one is better, threat level is obviously better for those reasons just mentioned. But in reality, it's more so we have more options now. This gun will not bury EP Shotgun under the ground. EP Shotgun will still be useful for people that want to use Midnight Coup, or people that need an energy shotgun, and many more situations like that. Like if I wanted to rock Breakneck for whatever reason, I can't do that while using threat level, so I'd still be using EP Shotgun. What I am excited to make a video on in the future is Surrounded on the threat level versus Trench Bro on the threat level. So I'm going to try to get my hands on a threat level with Surrounded on it in the near future, probably within this week, and make a video on that and see how that stacks up to Trench Barrel. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know if you guys have this shotgun and what you think about it. Do you think it's better than EP Shotgun? Do you like the way it looks? Do you like the way it shoots, the way it feels, or whatever? Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.